everyone, this is Boricua Binks and welcome back to Let's Play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, where we are continuing on in the first case of the game, and I would really like it if I could finish this today. I just really want to be able to finish this first case. Also, I did get a new headset. I've been trying to get the audio levels to level out because lately it's like my other headset has been super loud. I don't know what's going on. Maybe because it's getting old. But hopefully I got the levels okay. Hopefully I'm not too quiet and the game's not too quiet, that we're like balanced enough. It might be a little low, so you guys might have to raise it. But I do notice that when I do certain characters' voices that I do get louder, like especially freaking Ouchie. So I don't know. Audio levels are something that I've always struggled with. I think it's because I don't have the most optimum setup. But hopefully in the future I'll be able to upgrade all of that. But anyway, so okay, looks like we left off with we're about to point the finger at Mr. Nausa, whose voice I still kind of am like, I don't like doing your voice, but you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. We're almost done.
So tell us, who is the despicable scoundrel that stole Korekuta-san's koban and hid it under the stake?
It was totally this dude. He's shady as hell.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant Yesanosa.
He has this surprised Pikachu face. Him and his baby.
What? How? How dare you, you monster!
Monster? What the frick?
I stole that koban, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me, it was Ido. Ido was the mastermind behind all this.
I kind of gave him an accent again, didn't I? Whatever, I'll go with it. I had a feeling he was gonna say it was the baby, because it's something shiny. But maybe he's just pinning it on his baby? I don't know. The poor baby, though, is like, top 10 anime betrayal. How could you betray me, Daddy? How could you? They're like, what the frick? That's low, even for you.
You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son? An innocent little baby? What the hell, man? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa.
Everybody else just scoots away from him.
Clippity-clop, 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 ah!
What the frick? Oh. The baby's free! Oh, his mustache.
Nippon Imperial Army, Sergeant Yesanosa, preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir.
What the hell? He's lucky his mustache didn't get yanked off. Why is the baby, like, perfectly in sync with him? That's so ridiculous. Oh my god. Why are you pushing your poor child down like that? Oh. Sad music. Dramatic sad music? What? From you? I'm sorry. What the frick?
Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays those it expects to keep our country safe?
I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ending conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranking soldiers to make a living, yes.
All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son.
Even though you're the one eating an expensive steak while the poor baby's just stuck watching.
That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant.
The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I'd go there and do reconnaissance for a target.
You see, he really is kind of like Gumshoe. He's like the most poor of the poor, apparently. It sucks to be a cop, huh? Or soldier.
And I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak at the same time.
It sounds like he doesn't bother with the knife and fork even, which is worryingly believable.
And your target that day was the old man and his koban.
Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped a coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are.
I was all set to leave the steak I was halfway through devouring when it happened.
You didn't even finish your steak?
Yes, when the professor was shot.
I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I know too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could. On the double. I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date.
Okay. You're gonna end up in jail for this, right? Which kind of sucks for the baby. This is ridiculous. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time.
Well, Miss Brett,
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. What, you gonna do the YMCA? YMCA. Sorry. It looked weird. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency.
Indeed. The theft of the koban was clearly perpetrated by this baby-saddled sergeant. You would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder.
Guys, come on. Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
nonsense, is it?
Oof.
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense, it's pure madness.
Very well, now that all questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered, I see no further justification for detaining her.
Come on.
Miss Brett, you are free to leave.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Good luck, everyone. No, don't let her go. And good day. Come on. Ah, there's that freaky look.
Yonosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming.
Oh, no, it's just something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up.
If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking. Make your voice heard before she leaves.
Sorry?
You can think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Hurry up.
Hold it!
There's the hold it. Ah! He's all these phrases. He has so many, doesn't he? Other than take that, hold it, and objection. He has the yes, and didn't he have something else earlier? I don't remember.
Wait, Miss Brett.
What is it now?
I'm afraid, just one last time, there's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a moment ago.
She said good day? What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
What new student nonsense is this?
Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke?
Hiding a coin under a lump of meat. The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork, it's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. Wait, is that it? About the knife and fork? Wait. I see a fork. Okay, there's the fork and knife. Is it the fact that this is not a cutting knife? It looks more like a butter knife? I wish I knew what exactly the game is looking for here. Ugh, I don't know what we're arguing. I mean, are we still gonna, like, I feel like we haven't really cleared up the fact that this is clearly Iesanosa's plate. I mean, I thought we did. The fact that the coin is under there, you know what I mean? So maybe that's what we're just finally proving this right now? I don't know. Kind of frustrated. Like, why did they not follow through and they were just ready to just let her go without saying, hey, if the coin is there, then clearly that's not her plate? I don't know, maybe that's what we're going with right now. So let's just present this.
Take that!
The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed. Yes, go on.
God, like, it's like we have to connect all the dots for these people. It's really annoying. It's like, it's so slow. And I know Ace Attorney does this a lot. So I love the series, but it's always like, you have to like spoon feed them. I think it's more like that in the first case though. So maybe that's why, because it's a first case, right? Oh dear. It's like, come on guys, please.
More accurately, Your Excellency. The steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed.
Now you're just splitting hairs.
No.
Not true. Doesn't something about this steak strike you as very unnatural?
Unnatural? What on earth do you mean?
It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten.
Here we go.
I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett.
Noticed what exactly, Counsel?
Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could even contemplate picking up a steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork.
Of course she did. She's a refined English gentlewoman herself.
Then take a good look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten.
Yeah.
As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there.
Ah!
Oh,
Yeah.
Ugh!
looks like Miss Brett has realized something.
So, if the witness, as she claims, wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection!
Go.
But what is your actual point? Because, you know, you gotta point out every little thing for us.
Shut up!
Oh, okay. Oh, that's new.
Oh, whatever you say, dear lady.
As I said, I really must be leaving now. afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer.
Of course, of course. This will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place. Oh, what the fuck? Again?
I've heard enough, you irritating little spectacled, not speckled. Little spectacled samurai relic.
Oh, of course. Dear lady.
What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers?
Good one.
Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the stake have for her.
Inosuke, do you know where you're going with this?
I mean, I'm going to like the most obvious conclusion ever, but sure. Yes, now at last it's all come together. The mysterious teeth marks in a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. The reason why the blood stain I know I saw somehow seems to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day.
Are we finally here at the end?
Please. Please. I accept that these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us?
Everything, Your Excellency.
Everything? Finally?
Yes, I believe that these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats. Shut up, you racist witch.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet.
Hasn't been? What?
But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean that the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd. The trial has run several hours already. We're freaking past 10 episodes in already. And you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be. I don't believe you have it.
Objection!
I don't, but there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. A crime scene thief. And if that person is willing to submit the piece of evidence I'm referring to, it will solve every remaining mystery about this case.
Finally, let's do it! Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Who possesses the conclusive evidence that will reveal the truth about this whole affair?
It's you, Asogi.
Huh?
Me? You'd be like, what?
No, it's you, Hosonaga.
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga.
What? I have it?
Yes.
You think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous.
No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks.
Yes.
Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoyed chomping my way through a good steak. And as well as admitting to stealing Korikuta-san's coin, he told us that he slipped it under the steak.
You watch it, Cadet. I'm a superior officer.
Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak?
I mean, that's so obvious, like, come on. But yeah, I'm glad he's clarifying it.
Attention! Affirmative, of course. I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still. I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentlelady if she'd mind me handling her meal to hide something in it.
In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal.
Objection!
But that makes no sense. That plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
Of course I didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Well then, how do you explain this paradox?
Exactly! Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two steaks over. Oh. Did he do it? Oh, I thought she did it. Maybe he did it to hide the coin? Huh. Never thought of that.
You did switch the plates?
Oh.
Well,
After it happened, when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. As I said, I immediately lifted my steak and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off to the kitchen, I seized my chance.
Wow! All this time I was giving her credit thinking that she switched the plates. But I guess not. Wow! I hate this. I hate when other people interfere. It makes it more complicated. Darn you! You're so annoying. You and your little baby. No, your baby's cute. But still, the frick. Hey, leave your baby alone. What are you doing, sir?
With military precision and timing, I switched my steak with the one on the foreign lady's table.
What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing.
It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done.
Unbelievable! What the hell?
However, fear not, prosecutor-san.
What now?
I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that is all I did, sir.
Oh, you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
So, if Sergeant Nosa switched the plates over, it means he took Miss Britt's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table.
yes, that follows.
Inspector Hosanaga,
Yes?
earlier in this trial you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's.
Thank goodness for that.
That to preserve evidence, you had taken both.
Ah! Uh-oh, she's gonna rip her mask. That's correct.
Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Oh, here it is. I believe this is the pursuit theme, isn't it? Which I've heard many times because, like I said, I listen to the music on YouTube. I just forget which theme is which. I'm pretty sure this is the pursuit one. It's pretty great. Not my favorite, but it is Smooth's favorite because I know he's saying that. But it's pretty good.
Shut up!
What can that possibly tell us now? I mean, a cold slab of tough meat. It can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
No, you're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady.
I beg your pardon?
Surely, you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promises to prove such a problem for you. No.
You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me. I like this part of the song.
The reason the defense asked to see that plate was to confirm something the defendant remembers seeing.
Thinks he remembers.
I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of the plate that was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson, there was a clear spattering of blood from the gunshot wound to the victim's chest.
I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court.
Yes, just pull it out of wherever you're hiding it.
Present the beefsteak and plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Sorry for keeping you. I had to go retrieve it from my secret base. Ah, yep.
Here is the other steak and its plate.
Bruh, how did you not notice the blood? You didn't think that it was important? You thought it was just part of the steak juice or something? Please feel free to examine it. Oh, there it is. And very clearly it has been cut with a knife.
The blood stain. It's clearly visible, look.
Yes!
Now this makes everything clear. The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table with his back to me.
In other words, it's impossible for Naruhodo-san to have shot the victim.
It can't be!
In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right, Mr. Zale Brett. It's you!
Yes, he did the full swing around one too. Finally. Finally. Uh-oh. Oh, the bird. Outdone by a Japanese. Me, by a Japanese schoolboy. No. 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 Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the fuck? Where are the baby chicks coming from? Ah! I'm sorry. Ah! What? Excuse me? Oh, they're so cute. Ah! They're a different species. Oh, he has a dark one. What the hell? Oh, they're so cute. I want them. This is... I guess she's flown the coop, huh? Oh, no, she's back. Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure. Maybe she laid those eggs. I don't know. Like, what the frick? That was so stupid. I love it. Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me. We never got to see her eyes. That's interesting.
Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth this time.
Why did you kill Wilson? Watson. Gladly, Your Excellency. It was I who took the professor's life using curare. Where'd she hide the gun?
As you surmised, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment for the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you planned to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison would be found in his water. Because curare is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water, and it would all be over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he had been dining alone.
So that's how it ended up in front of him. Okay.
And leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
That would be me, I suppose.
Yes, you. Who else? Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over to greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point. So I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
Plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
I happened to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. I had the bottle of curare in my handbag, and my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
Oh my.
Under your skirt?
Oh!
So I was right. There were two guns.
Yes.
And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. Placed where you were sure that I would notice it.
And everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun, as I'd intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up,
that's when you shot the professor with your own gun. Even though at that point he was already dead.
naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared.
Obviously, I assumed Nodohodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around.
Because, of course, you needed to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he picked up the gun.
It still looks so stupid. Come on, really? I'm shocked how much she got away with. But why?
So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor.
Excuse me? That was not a misdemeanor. That was a felony. That was full cold-blooded murder.
Your Excellency,
Yes.
I wonder, might I speak with you in private later?
No, don't let her speak to you alone. She might try to kill you or something.
I shall call on you.
No.
Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
No, fuck you. Wait, is she just gonna walk away? Come on, Mel. Arrest her. Um,
It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement.
This can't be! Taketsuchi Ouchi does not lose! Not to the likes of this rookie student!
You better start getting used to tough opposition.
Ah! Ryunosuke Naruhodo!
Yes?
I curse you! You and your descendants!
I think actually the curse goes the other way, because you and your descendants always lose to me and mine.
This insult to the Ouchi family name will never be forgotten!
you did change your family name, didn't you?
You've become conceited with age, Council. But the old have to stand aside and make way for the new.
Oh, burn.
It's the way of the world. May you never forget that.
Ooh. Ooh. You're so badass.
1,000 millennia may pass, and still the Ouchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan.
Ah. Kazuma. Yes, marry him and have lots of adopted babies. Although you might not have to adopt because there is Susato OT3. Yes, yes. That's all I will keep rooting for this OT3. None of you will ever change my mind. Probably.
This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down in history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world.
I mean, before that, what did y'all do? Just kill people who were accused and that was it? That's horrible.
The Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. A new future of law awaits, but what it will look like I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asogi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you.
Interesting.
I understand, Your Excellency.
Why did his face change right there? What is this mission? That's kind of weird.
What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden?
Never mind.
Uh-oh.
As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo,
Oh, yes?
you I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
Oh?
It is time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, not guilty.
Confetti? Hey, Sakura blossoms! That's even better. Woo! Who's doing that? Gumshoe's ancestor? Oh, that's great. Ah, so pretty. Pretty petals.
This court is now adjourned.
Alright, we did it finally! Woo! This feels good. Alright, November 22nd, 2:46 p.m. And we're now in the defendant's antechamber.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial.
Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma.
You thank me later in private.
Oh, they're so cute. I love it.
No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yume University Street. Don't forget.
Is this the old man?
Good afternoon, all your hard work is certainly paid off.
I forgot what voice I did for him. Oh no, it's her! Oh, oops, sorry. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocence.
Ah, our trusty judicial assistant. You worked hard for that result too, you know.
Yeah, she did help us a lot. Oh, no, I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much. If we hadn't had that research report of Miss Brett's, I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Yes, of course.
Okay, forgive me for intruding. Mikotoba, yes.
Speaking of Mikotoba,
Oh, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order.
There he is.
Whoa, you did an excellent job.
thank you, Professor.
Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you. After all, your efforts exposed the true criminal that took the life of my good friend.
Good friend. Oh, yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's when you met Dr. Wilson.
Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital.
Oh, you worked together.
I've never heard you mention that before.
Well, it was a long time ago now. Besides, it's your turn, Sogi. Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot.
I will. I'll learn all that I can. I swear on this, the spirit of the Asogi clan.
You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you?
Of course I am. The Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way.
Oh, you're such a hot man. Oof.
Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes.
And that reminds me, what's happened to the woman? To Giselle Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Oh, yes, her. It's not easy to tell you this, but...
What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit after all.
No, I think she's gonna get away with it because of the whole England and Britain ally thing. Like, come on.
She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai.
Wait, China? Why?
What? Shanghai?
Giselle Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that.
What? But why not?
Oh, who's this? Is it the judge?
It's a matter of consular jurisdiction.
Oh no, it's Hosanaga.
Inspector Osanaga.
It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate...
But what's all this about consular jurisdiction? Yeah, that word. Consular jurisdiction. What's this about a big dick?
Big stop.
We cannot try this particular foreigner for her crimes here in Japan.
What? We can't try her. But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice?
The British consular court will hear her case. Somewhere far away where our voices can't be heard.
But why a consular court?
Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the Friendship Treaty. Yes, in normal circumstances, you're right.
Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments,
They can't invoke a consular court just like that.
Oh, can't they?
Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our governments making secret agreements about her fate, does it?
There has to be something more behind this. I really felt like it, especially considering who she killed, you know?
Something strange is going on.
So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan.
I'm afraid that for the young student, today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her.
Damn.
I don't believe it.
Is she gonna come back later in this series? Because I feel like we're not done with her yet, you know?
the British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking this case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously.
But it's all going to change from now on. We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil, this new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves.
Yeah. She must come back later.
Yes, change is coming, and we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now. This evening calls for a celebratory drink.
But, Professor,
You're right. is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun.
In that case, might I suggest the Carnival? As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink.
I would not want to go back there after what just happened.
You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you?
Yeah, but I'm still worried that you're dying.
Let's not worry about details for now. To the Carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor?
Of course, Le Carnival's food is second to none.
Why are you guys going to the murder scene? Why?
I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release.
Oh, yes, thank you. So Giselle Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson. Kazuma,
Yes, Ryunosuke.
I just wanted to say thanks again. That's all. You really saved my skin today.
I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? The defense was all your own work.
Your skills made the difference, though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world.
Oh.
I'm not so sure about that. To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during that trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me.
Uh-oh. I didn't like that he said that. No. Don't say that. We're gonna become great lawyers together, you know?
What? Come on, be serious.
If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean.
Oh, no, not me. All that tense verbal combat? I never want to go through that ever again.
Yeah, about that.
I did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you.
That's the point.
Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point?
Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon is that any lawyer needs in order to win?
Are you gonna be like Mia and be like, always trust in your client or whatever?
Knowledge of the law?
No. The ability to believe.
Yep. Okay.
To believe? To believe what?
The defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times.
Like you believed in me when I said I didn't do it.
I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. Being able to remain faithful to what you chose to believe in even then. Well, it's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person.
Believing in your client.
Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stopped believing in me.
Well,
You faced seemingly hopeless situations time and again, but you never stopped looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts, and because you never stopped believing in me.
Thanks, Kazuma.
Oh my god, get a room, you guys. But I feel like there's a secret he's keeping from us. That whole mission thing and the way his face changed.
There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well, it's a favor, really. Something very important to me.
It sounds serious. What is...
You're still here, are you?
Oh, Inspector Hosonaga.
I've arranged some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there.
Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory.
And your study tour to Great Britain, don't forget.
Ah, yes. That too.
So, my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma, Professor Mikotoba, Susato-san, who acted as my assistant, Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still.
He helped, come on.
It was because of the help and support of all these people that I managed to get through that trial.
Okay, I see that glitching of the flashing in the background. It's really annoying. Happened earlier, too.
More importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life.
His favor is marry him. Alright, we did it, finally! Jeez, that took forever. But it was great. Alright, defense debut is the achievement that I just unlocked. Oh, that's great. But thank you guys so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm super excited to continue this game and see what lies ahead in the next case. Let me save here. I don't know if it goes straight into it or what. I hope not. No. Okay. So this was... Oh, okay. The Adventure of the Great Departure. The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band is the next one. Looks like we have... Yeah, we have 5 cases. Ooh, I'm cheating looking at this, but oh my god, Hound of the Baskervilles. Sherlock Holmes. Sorry. Alright. Interesting. Okay, so in the next episode we will start case 2, which I am excited about because that sounds a little Sherlock Holmesy in the title as well. But anyway, until then, have a nice day. Bye-bye!